Somnambulism is a behavioral disorder that originates during deep sleep. When I was in 5th grade, my best friend moved. Now that doesn't seem like a big deal, but to a 5th grader it was. Later that year, I was having trouble sleeping. Sleepwalking can be caused by stress, according to a doctor my mom took me to. How much stress can you have in 5th grade? As the year progressed, my sleeping habits got worse. Every night I was having gruesome night terrors. I was doing everything from walking and talking to panting and crying. Now that I'm older, I don't react this way in my sleep, but as often, but I do sleepwalk 1 to maybe 2 times a week. There are 2 kinds of sleep, REM sleep and NREM. During REM, your brain activity is not minimal. REM stands for rapid eye movement. During this type of sleep, your muscles don't move. You can only breathe and move your eye muscles. During these stages of the night, you have vivid dreams. NREM comes in 4 stages, 1, 2, 3, and 4. During the first stage, you are usually just falling asleep. Then during the second stage, you don't dream, but rather think. You start to fall into a deeper sleep as the night goes on. Each stage is about 30 minutes. In the 4th stage of NREM is when a person will usually actively be walking, talking, or performing any other unusual activity. The last time I was told I had been sleepwalking was during spring break. In the middle of the night, I got up and began to make pasta. I got a box of pasta out of the pantry and got a pot and filled it with water. I put the stove on and began to boil it. Luckily, my family and I were in an RV, so when this happened, my mom was right there to put me back to sleep and make sure the stove was turned off and everything. I don't remember getting up to make the pasta, and but I do remember my cousin being kidnapped in my dream. When I found her, she was hiding in an air duct. I guess I must have been making the pasta because she had been gone for 2 days and I didn't know how much she had eaten. At some point, I'm going to move out of my parents' house and have a dorm or apartment. And sleepwalking can be potentially dangerous. It makes me think of what if my mom wasn't right there to put me back to sleep and make sure I didn't leave the stove on? Would I burn the house down? Would I burn myself? What if I walked out the front door and my mom wasn't there to bring me back in and lock the door? Would I get hit by a car, or would I go too far and get lost? I believe everything happens for a reason. Maybe I have bad sleeping habits because it's my way of clearing my head and resolving my real-life problems. Having my family tell me about what they see while I'm sleeping is fun, but it makes me think of all the scenarios they didn't see. Sleepwalking occurs when 2 areas of the brain are awake. It usually happens around the 2nd hour of being asleep. It's good for me to be aware that I sleepwalk so that I don't alarm others, and I can tell them what to do if I start. I wouldn't say that sleepwalking has shaped my values, but it's helped me believe everything happens for a reason. When this first became a problem, me and my family had done a lot of research. It gave me an interest in how the brain works. Now I hope to be a surgeon. Whether I specialize in neurosurgery or not is for me to decide in the future. In some ways, I'm glad I sleepwalk, because in the beginning I was scared, but now I would love to do a sleep therapy study so scientists can analyze my brain for further research. If I didn't sleepwalk, who knows if I ever realized I had an interest in medicine.